Welcome to Gate Crashers, a podcast dedicated to kicking open the door to your next favorite thing. Our mission, our creed, our code is this: to make all things more approachable and accessible to everyone. We want you to find a universe you'll fall in love with. I'm Jake, I use he, him pronouns.
And I'm John, and I also use he, him pronouns.
And John, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Digimon, specifically the third season, Digimon Tamers.
And let me preface this before we get into it. Digimon Tamers is a standalone?
Yes, it has nothing to do with the ones you all probably might know. If anyone here who is listening to this has heard of Digimon, this has nothing to do with like Tai, Agumon, Davis, Vmon, those kids.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with that.
Yeah, so were you so into a franchise that you started making your own characters, and one day you woke up after a weird dream about a girl you never met and was living your dream, but when you wake up, your original character comes to life and you enter a world of crazy adventures, heartbreak, and near world-ending shenanigans? Probably not, but that's what happened to Takada when his original Digimon, Guilmon, comes to life and he becomes his Digimon Tamer, and that's in real life, not a game.
You know, it's funny. I read that entire thing and I just heard not Davis's voice reading it back to me the whole time. Like I think I've watched this episode. I've been binge watching it so much that I just hear it.
Yeah.
I'll get to that later.
I'm finally done with all of my prep for Anime August stuff for episodes. So, granted, I only have one more episode after this to record. So I'm almost free.
Is it the one I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we are almost there, and it's going to be a fun one. No spoilers, though.
Yeah, there's only one dragon with muscles in that one.
Well, there are many muscles. They just might not be on dragons.
Unless you talk about the other one that's not canon, that nobody likes to remember, unless you talk about
no, we don't talk about that one.
All right. John, you want to talk about the brief history?
Digimon, short for Digital Monsters, began its life in 1987 with a video game. What was that game again? I'm not sure, actually.
No, it's just Digimon.
Oh, just Digimon. Okay.
Yeah.
But for those of you who believed it was a Pokemon ripoff, you would be completely wrong, because it's actually a Tamagotchi ripoff, meant specifically for those of the masculine sort. I want
to interject.
Dudes Rocket Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it was. I actually was at, I think, a BJ's, and I saw a bunch of them. So the little Tamagotchi things that they just digivolve and all that shit. I didn't buy one, but I was like, I shouldn't. But I just did not expect them to still make them.
Do you want to know something funny? I also had a Digimon-related experience at a BJ's.
Oh boy!
So I really quick. Let me finish this and I'll get right to it.
Yeah.
All right. So originally, cute pocket-bound friends were made into muscle-bound dragon guys because American comic influence. Thank you, Wiz and Bandai. Great work. Later, in 1997, a manga one-shot would be made and then redone in the first manga series of Digimon Adventure V Tamer 01, starring Taichi Kamiya and his Mon partner Zeromaru, a Vidramon. Oh,
Yeah.
so we had a Vmon first.
Yeah. It's the way that Digimon lore talks about the Vmon line is very weird. Like, X Vmon is like the mythical, like, purest form, and then the Vidramon line is like a branch of that, like a mutation.
Yeah. Okay. So this character would be reused in the 1999 original anime Digimon Adventure with the same name, but with a partner named Agumon. This should be the one that everyone knows because this was on Fox Kids when we were younger. And so the franchise has everything and just launched a new game and anime recently, Digimon Survive and Digimon Ghost Game, respectively. Going back to that BJ story, when I was a kid, I was given the choice between buying a Pokemon VHS and Digimon the movie on VHS. And I picked Digimon the movie.
Yes.
Which has a banger ska soundtrack.
It does.
It's incredible.
I had to switch off of Digimon Adventure 2 to watch Tamers because I was running out of time.
Yeah. Adventure 2 kicks ass.
Dude, the soundtrack is bitchin'.
Dude, like, they use so much more rock songs, and some of them are on the Digimon movie soundtrack, and it's incredible.
There's a pop punk one. There's...
Like, you know the one where they like digivolve and they change their outfits like from real world to digital world?
Yeah.
That song is on the soundtrack. It's dope.
That is great. All right, so the themes are courage, friendship, love, knowledge, sincerity, reliability, hope, light, destiny, miracle, and kindness. Oh, and trauma because Jerry.
Oh, and also technophobia because Steve Bloom hates Data.
Oh, those Digimon, get them off of my goddamn yard.
Get them off my goddamn yard on my damn planet.
Who might like this?
Fans of Pokemon that like something a little more mature. Also people who made like over-the-top Italian accents.
Bada boom.
Bada boom. Hey, how you doing?
Impmon is a New Jersey guy.
Impmon lives in Lodi. Impmon is from Lodi. Yep. Let's be real here. Impmon is from Lodi.
Oh, yeah.
You know I'm not wrong.
I was going to say Newark, but that's also a good one.
Yeah. Impmon works for Tony.
Yeah, he works at Bada Bings. Yeah, the girl stopped dancing. He starts throwing fireballs. Says bada boom.
Oh,
but yeah,
God.
no, those themes are actually all of V Crests.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Again, it has been a long time since I've seen O2. I think they're coming out with a new movie from the Last Evolution Kizuna guys, which I'm very excited about. But
yeah, I was gonna say something, but yeah, I forgot that Ken's was kindness.
Really,
yeah,
that's hilarious because
fascism.
Let me tell you, yeah, he wasn't so kind when we first met him.
Yeah, he was a fascist.
And poor Wormmon. Anyway, we're not talking about Digimon 2. We're talking about Digimon 3 because Digimon Season 3 has trauma.
Yeah. All right. Well, where do we get it, John?
Hulu has the first 4 seasons of Digimon, which is Adventure 2, and the standalones of Tamers and Frontier. Don't watch Frontier. I think also
I disagree. Watch Frontier.
No. They also have the reboot, I found out, of Adventure.
They do, but that's not dubbed. So, I mean, if you're...
It's going to be dubbed soon, but it's not going to be Joshua Seth coming back as Ty.
Okay. I'm just curious if they're gonna dub Ghost Game, because that seems interesting.
I thought they were.
Yeah, because that's the one that's ongoing now. But then again, who's dubbing?
Adventure?
Yeah,
I know that it's I think its name is Zeno Robinson is voicing Ty.
No, I mean, like, is it another? Is it sub?
I think Crunchyroll's.
Oh, is it Crunchyroll?
Yeah, Crunchyroll is not. It's not Saban. No.
Yeah, because they come and Saban comes and goes with everything.
Yeah, Zeno Robinson is Ty, and Ben Diskin is Agumon.
Okay. Oh, right. So, breaking the episode.
Hello. Typically, this is where we would put in a musical interlude, but I'm going to leave in Jake and Jon singing. So enjoy that.
Digimon,
Digimon.
I'm
I thought the Digivolution is up and running.
Okay, so let's talk about Tamers.
Tamers, some people's first furry obsession.
So I was gonna say, so when
I honestly low-key thought, like, is this why Jake had me watch this specific season?
No, because it's got like it has a lot more of like a cult fan base than Adventure.
Okay, I know if it was that or it was because of Fox Lady
and because of the standalone. No, but I was gonna say people who may like this for people who are a little too into Pokemon in a very weird way. It's a little more okay to be into Digimon because
Angelomon, isn't Ivymon's last form? Isn't it Ivymon? Lilymon, that's it.
And then I think that becomes Rosemon at some point.
Well, then that's what you're saying. Digimon Frontier, they had the small child turn into
a little bear.
Oh, I meant the female Digimon.
No. He becomes a little bear.
No, the girl becomes the woman. Like looks like Angelomon a little bit.
Oh yeah. She becomes like
it's weird.
A little pixie and like lingerie. It's weird. Like there's garters. And then becomes like a harpy type thing.
Yeah,
It was cool when I was like in the second grade.
What the Frontiers or this?
Oh yeah, Frontiers. I watched all of them up till I caught Data Squad here and there, but I didn't follow.
So I have active memory of watching the season 2 finale.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a teaser near the end of the season 2 finale, and it was this. It was like all the character models saying like, "Now that the final battle's over, a new Digivolution begins." And it's like a quick teaser of what's coming next season.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is cool. That was like the first time where I realized like teasing stuff without showing me anything is something that's very much my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so getting all that stuff out of the way, let's talk the actual show because it surprised me.
Yeah, so in this universe, the original 2 shows were TV shows.
Like our world. So it's really our world.
Yeah. So and Digimon was invented by a group of just coders and hackers. They were
bunch of nerds.
Yeah, they were just trying to have fun, and then they were shut down by their government. I don't remember what government it was at that point. I don't know if it was Japan, but like every member of the team was from different countries, so it didn't really specify.
Okay.
And one of the main characters, his dad was on the team.
Yeah, Henry's dad, right?
Henry's dad. His nickname in the program was Tao because they all had nicknames. Like one of the American guys was named Dolphin. What else?
Well, then you go years later and you have, Digimon is a card game as well. It is a card game. I used to have some of those cards when I was a kid.
No, I mean, I think the card, I don't know if the card started with this or it started with.
No, it started before because I remember with the movie, they gave you a card of Vmon's gold form.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Magnamon?
Yeah, Magnamon.
I just recently built a Gunpla set of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about let's talk about our 3 main Digidestin because you didn't get to the 4th one.
Jerry?
No, there's another character comes in later. His name's Rio. That's the one That's the one I told you about who started in the games that were set in the Adventure universe.
Oh, yeah. See, I am only aware of the shows. I have not played much of the games, I'll admit.
Yeah, I've only played one game, and that was Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which is like a spin-off game of Cyber Sleuth.
Okay.
Fun game.
But yeah, so our main three, we have Takato,
And his partner Guilmon, who he
Iman,
created.
he created.
He's the
We
goodest
have-
boy.
he
He's a
is
dog.
just-
He's a dog.
Oh, Guilmon?
Guilmon, yeah.
Yeah, Guilmon is the best boy.
Yeah, he's the goodest boy. He just wants peanut butter. He wants bread.
He just wants his bread. He just wants his food. He just wants to relax and have a good time.
Yeah, and then there's Henry and his Terriermon.
Henry's just a cold cat. Henry is Mr. Robot.
Yeah, so they don't explain why he doesn't.
Like, he reminds me of Mr. Robot.
Yeah, they don't explain why he doesn't like fighting until the last battle, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I used my martial arts training to hurt somebody, and I felt bad about it ever since."
Oh.
Yeah. And then there's Rika and Renamon.
Boy, Rika went on a up and down roller coaster for me this season.
She gets a lot better.
She gets a lot better near the halfway point because she stops having a cold
John
heart.
has watched half of it.
Yes, life happened.
Yes.
I apologize. I'm trying.
Now you Gucci. Talk about Digimon here. Who gives a shit? It's Digimon.
All right, Ibman, calm down.
Hey, oh, hey.
Bada boom, hey!
Yeah, there's
Hey, Tone, there are these things called Digimon.
Then there's Impmon, who is a little rapscallion.
Well, hold on. We forgot Rika and Renamon, aka
the
Renamon.
The Digimon Queen. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like where you were going with that one.
I don't like where I was going either, but it had to be addressed.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some people about that.
That's the first thing I do. I'm like, God damn it, I hang around too many people who know this stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. See, I didn't think about it like that. I thought about it like, oh yeah, they turn into like humans. Granted, in this series, they do merge with their tamers. Yeah, Digimon Queen. She's big in the card game. Henry was big in the video games.
Like, Digimon are only data and they're used to fight. That's it.
Yeah.
You have feelings for your Digimon? Fuck you.
Who do you think's the best swiping animation for their Digimodifies?
Henry.
It's the most over the top.
No, Henry does like the whole like Power Ranger motion. I get it's Saban who's doing the dubbing, but like it's the way his shadow's reflected in the face when he turns around. That's what does it for me.
Yeah, I mean, his is a lot more drawn out than the others. Like Takato's is just him raising it over his head and swiping. So eventually Jerry's is the same. Yeah, so
does
pretty much
who's his friend?
Kazu or in Kazu and Kenta?
Kazu, that's the one who's like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
LOL, JK. Does he get a Digimon at some point?
Yes, it's a Guardramon.
Okay.
Because it was an Andromon that got its ass kicked. So
and then, like you said, we have Impmon, who's just a New Jerseyan from Lodi.
Yeah.
That ended up in the digital world or in the real world.
Yeah, he shakes people down for their money. I love him to death. You
shoots
didn't
fireballs.
get to the point where he digivolves.
No, I just got to the point where that mysterious light was like, hey, you want to know how to digivolve? He's like, hey, okay.
Oh yeah, so he becomes Beelzemon, and then he kills Leomon.
That I do know, because I did see a quick spoiler on that. I was like, oh boy.
And only eventually do his tamers get a Digivoice at the end.
What was that?
Only his two tamers.
Oh.
Yeah, they get a Digimon after they reunite. And the kid gives Impmon like his little toy blaster. And then when he digivolves into Beelzemon, he like incorporates it into this big old gun.
Well, we have a rabbit with pants who has like two twin guns
Gargamon?
and a gun belt.
And then it becomes Rapidmon.
Rabbitmon I remember from the movie because Terriermon was in the movie and it wasn't with
it was with Willis.
And I was like, all right, this is weird. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah. But I will say I like green Rapidmon more than I like gold Rapidmon.
Is that I like, the green rabbit mine. I like the gold coloring.
Granted,
like,
his mega form, when he merges with when he biomerges with Henry, he's got like big old rockets that he shoots out of his chest, and they all have smiley faces on them. Look up Mega Gargomon.
I'm like looking up stuff on the Wikipedia. I love how they're how they approached death in the show. They said they didn't want to oh, it's dope. Oh wait, yes, this I remember. But yeah, they said they wanted to like not have the Digimon be reborn after death. They need to be portrayed realistically in the show for children.
Yeah, that's part of why it becomes so much more mature. Like Jerry, there is no what's the
Oh, we forgot Calderon.
Oh yeah, Calamon. Yeah, who is the embodiment of evolution.
Who's the biggest himbo I've ever seen.
Yes. He just wants cream puffs into play.
Exactly. He just thinks all humans are Digimon, which is wrong.
Well, I mean, so does Guilmon.
I'm looking, by the way, like apparently there was going to be a sequel called Digimon Tamers 2020, which would have been an audio drama where the kids were older.
Yeah, because so the ending, spoilers, you know how this works, people, if you've listened before. If you haven't, after the break, we're allowed to spoil whatever we want.
Even if I haven't finished it. Yeah. So Jake can go right ahead.
You've already had this spoiled for you where all the Digimon get sent back.
Yeah.
They all get sent back into their in training forms. And they all just they also get sucked into a portal back into the digital world because of Henry's dad putting a thing in to send off the evil entity that was destroying both worlds. And he just breaks down crying, trying to apologize to his son. But in the park where Guilmon was living, in his hole, there's a portal to the digital world.
Oh, yeah, okay. I did hear about that one.
Yeah. So they left it really open for a sequel, and that never happened.
Well, then apparently at the DigiFest last year, they had an original audio drama live reading. Was didn't go well. The script featured the Tamers fighting a villainous entity called Political Correctness, which used an attack called cancel culture.
Who wrote this?
Konica?
What the hell?
The original writer of the show?
Yikes.
Yeah. And I guess he had been keeping a retrospective blog for rewatching, and had blogged his believed in several debunked conspiracy theories such as 9/11 and COVID-19. Oh. And then he released an apology on his blog and clarified he had not associated with any political ideology. Yikes.
When you have to... Oh, yeah, that's... Ooh, Digimon takes a sharp turn there.
That's a sharp, ooh.
Granted, that's just the writer for the show. That's not the creator. So,
that's not the creator. That's just the writer for this season specifically.
Yeah, no, the creator, it seems like it was like a corporate decision.
Yeah.
Like a corporate marketing decision.
The creator, I don't even know who the original creator would even be.
Yeah, I didn't see any names when I was looking for it. I also probably didn't look hard enough. But yeah, that's disappointing. I didn't mean
to bring the mood down with the episode we're doing here, because I know we're talking having people watch it, and you should watch it. Digimon's really good.
Oh yeah, no, this one's just the most easily digestible for I think for older people, because it does contain more mature stuff. Like, it does talk about death, where it's not like, oh, we're gonna get destroyed every single time. Like, we see Leomon die.
Well, I haven't yet.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. But also, is
it a really violent death, or
Beelzemon shoves his hand through his stomach?
Oh, okay. So yeah, it is violent death.
Beelzemon also has 2 twin shotguns.
Oh shit! Oh,
sawed-offs.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Also, did not realize Steve Bloom wrote a lot of scripts for this season.
Yeah.
And that's neat. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, could never get him on this show because I think we'd have to pay to have him on.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the government.
Let's talk about the government.
Yeah, the government's involved in this one. Like, they are actively interfering with, like, honestly, it just starts kind of as street violence.
No, here's how I'm seeing it. I think the government doesn't care. Yamaki's just a crazy person.
Well, yeah, no, they want him to take care of it.
Yeah, but they're just like, you're also a lunatic, and we don't care what you think. Like,
yeah, he's a bit overzealous about getting rid of Digimon. Like, at first,
wait a minute, overzealous. That is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, he at first he just kind of wants them to stop them before they even break through, and then he wants to go through and kind of annihilate all of them because he's like, these things are dangerous. And
first, Steve Bloom does his usual like Spike Spiegel kind of cool shtick.
Yeah.
Then, like maybe 10 episodes later, that just goes right out the window.
Kind of spirals into something xenophobic.
Like, remember when he tried getting like the portal sucked up and then it didn't work, and he just ran off into like the park sobbing?
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for him, I don't think the problems would have escalated because the Devas and the Sovereign only come in because of his programs. I can't remember who was Juggernaut. I think it was Juggernaut.
I think it was Juggernaut. It was Juggernaut because that was the first time they tried it and it opened the portal. It was pretty
much just like street level violence between Digimon and that would just pop up here and there. It didn't seem like anybody got hurt other than the ones that Itmon was harassing.
I mean, the town got hurt.
Yeah, but that was more so after you see the Devas begin showing up.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, Steve Bloom just kind of goes nuts.
Yeah, he does. It is a and he's not even the worst one because another government guy kind of tries to take over after Yamaki is like kind of normalized and like, oh yeah, he like comes to terms with not all Digimon are bad.
Oh, so he does have a semi-redemption arc.
He does. No, he eventually ends up helping the children.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, it all starts with the fact that when they go off to the digital world, he gives them the communicator, and that's how they communicate with their...
I think that's literally the next episode I'm about to watch.
Yeah. He facilitates conversations between them. He's actively helping them. But he doesn't know that about the biomerging thing until like the very end because the big bad, the D Reaper, is like
the what Reaper?
The D Reaper.
D? That's a cool name. Yeah, I like
the digital
that.
Reaper.
That sounds like a Saban ass name. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it is. It starts showing them because like they become encased in like the data of the Digimon, and like it's kind of like think Tony Stark in his suits.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. Like where you can see the full body.
Okay.
And there's just the kid. It shows them on television like fighting, and then it's clips into.
I feel like that's like every season of Digimon will end with like that's revealed to the public they're fighting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So they become Guilmon and Takato become Gallantmon, which is. I learned a lot of weird, like, hardcore Digimon lore while playing Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah. Are they all RPG kind of things, or are they more like third person, like, or is it just like a light novel kind of thing?
They're more like RPG type things.
Okay.
So it's like turn-based stuff.
Okay.
If you get it on Switch, you can get both Cyber Sleuth games in one, like for like $20. I played it on PlayStation, so I didn't get it.
Which is the one that just came out?
That's Survive.
Oh, Survive. Okay.
Yeah, I actually did not want to play that one because it's like I think that's like a tactical game.
It says visual novel with tactical roleplay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to play that one. That was offered to me, I think. Like, someone asked me if I wanted to review it. I'm like, no, I'm okay.
Like, I remember Digimon World as a kid.
Yeah, they still come out with that one.
Really?
Yeah,
That's still getting made?
Yeah, I remember renting a Digimon game when I was a kid, but I don't remember getting that far.
My friend had it, definitely. Oh, look at it right now.
Yeah, they made. I think the last Digimon World that came out was, I think, 20.
Now, getting off the topic of Tamers for a second.
I think we're well off the topic of Tamers.
Well, I feel like it's pretty, like, once you get into it after a while, the script's kind of just like not saying it's bad. It's just like there's a formula, and it kind of, for me, it follows it beat by beat.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like,
especially again because this was like a Fox Kids dub.
Yeah,
that I watched because that's the only dub. That's the only one that's really available.
I think it's the only one they made.
That wouldn't surprise me because it shows its age, and again, as I mentioned before, it has Davis from season 2 or whoever at the beginning going, "Whoa, the whole town's destroyed. Who wants some grilled cheese sandwiches? Anyways, find out next time."
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's such a weird. It's so jarring after like,
especially because in Adventure, it was the actual characters in the episodes. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, who was the episode the main character of the last episode? They'll be the narrator for the next episode, or somebody else's thing. That's how.
Yeah, and I'll refer to them in the third person. This guy's just like, I'm an outside observer.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen Try and or Last Evolution, Kazuna?
I think I watched the first episode of Try.
Because that's how I got back into Digimon. Yeah. Was because I watched Try. I think Tubi had it, so I watched it there. And I rented Last Evolution. Last Evolution Kazuna made me outright cry.
Yeah,
like that made me sob.
I'm a little weirded out by the bond forms of Agumon and Gabumon.
Okay,
they're a little off-putting. Little.
You get used to it.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
Like I get what you're saying, but man, it's a lot to take in when you first see it.
Yeah.
Say. Yeah, no, where we're at, it's very much like it's kind of a monster of the week type thing.
That's what I felt like. Like, it hasn't felt like, it feels like it's a monster a week with like,
I mean, it's,
maybe some stuff that moves the plot forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's what all of Digimon was. Like,
yeah.
And then the latter half, you start getting into like heavier things. But
that's where I feel like I'm at right now. Is that the town has just been destroyed. They're about to go to the digital world.
Yeah, like you get to see a little more of the Digimon culture in this, but it's not too deep as it was. Like, there's no like, oh yeah, there's this town. Like, no, it's more based in like the idea of, oh, it's the computer world. It's not something that everything's named after computers. Like, oh yeah, File Island. No, like there's like tumbleweeds that are just information.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I will say the one monster of the week I did like was Ice Devimon, but that's because I remember Devimon from like season 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's actually a cool moment where Jerry uses a Lady Devimon card.
Really?
And like Lady Devimon takes over a Leomon for a second, and then he does her attack, and then completely wipes out a monster that was harassing what are the little frogs with the tubas? Those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so those guys, because they were made by a big snake Digimon to make milkshakes, air quotes, everyone. It's actually just sake.
It's milkshakes for the younger kiddos.
Yeah, it's not hard alcohol.
What are you talking about?
And that's how they meet Andromon, who becomes
the But I have to say though, Impmon I think has the most tragic story in this entire.
Yeah.
Like it's really sad when you find out what happened. His partners were jerk kids.
Yeah, and then he goes on to like crave power, and then once he gets power, he has like a crisis of conscience, and then
because he wants to prove himself that he's the toughest.
He has like a big redemption arc.
Oh, good for him! Yeah, that makes me excited to watch that then.
Yeah, like he basically because Jerry gets held prisoner towards the end, by the D Reaper and is basically manipulated by it, and Impmon and Calamon go out of their way to save her, and then Beelzemon gets like crucified by it.
Oh,
like not like how like more, not like how Gabumon,
not like how
gets crucified.
Okay. I was gonna say not how the big Jesus man himself gets crucified.
No, not like how Gabumon gets crucified in Adventure Reboot.
Okay, I haven't seen Adventure Reboot yet either.
I haven't seen it. I watched the first episode because me and Dan, I did a vote to do this episode, and then Dan was like, "I hate this."
I feel like this is something that you have to. It's good for people to watch, I think, but I think also having that nostalgic connection.
Yeah, but I think this is the easiest one to get into. Without
I agree with you 100%. This feels like the most self-contained to watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think other than the adventure stuff, any of it does carry over. Actually, no. I think the X Cross Wars might do that.
I think
Fusion and Cross.
Someone appears in Fusion from this season. I think it's why am I blanking on her name? Rika?
Probably. I know Gallantmon does, but like Gallantmon eventually ends up with like a bunch of lore in the Digimon. I guess it's the world stuff. It seems like most of the like games kind of connect to each other.
Yeah, Rika shows up in Digimon Fusion.
Yeah, I mean everyone kind of does. Because I've seen that scene where like they all go into like Shoutmon and becomes like this super weird thing.
My Digimon anime knowledge, I think, because I like grew out of it by that point. But like the last one I saw some of, and I didn't finish it, was Frontier.
I think I was going through Digimon stuff in like high school or college, and I stumbled across it.
Okay,
because I think I went through Digimon and Power Rangers. I think my senior year of high school.
Okay,
because why not?
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah. Me and my one friend, we had a lot to talk about how the Power Rangers didn't bring the train series over.
Listen, I'm still mad about that.
Why? Because the train Megazord has a big penis?
No, not even that.
That's funny.
That is funny. I just want a goddamn season where there's a train Megazord.
Yeah, the train Megazord where it's not ass. And it's not like serious.
Yeah, but it's cool as shit.
Yeah. I mean, SPD did not SPD. Actually, SPD probably did a train thing. I don't know. I didn't watch SPD all the way.
SPD, I think, was the last one I watched because I think Mystic Force. Exactly.
No, I'm thinking of the other one, Lightspeed Rescue. They had a train Megazord.
Yes, but I mean, I want a real train Megazord.
Yeah, not like a. Oh yeah, this is our storage thing that also becomes a Megazord for our other Megazord.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I hate that.
No, I like train theme. I mean, that also had an Orange Ranger.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We are just bouncing all over the place, aren't we?
It's because we're neurodivergent, John.
What?
It's because we're neurodivergent.
Yeah. This is how we operate in our heads.
Yeah, no. We don't have a one-track mind. It's just how that. It's just how.
I will say, hearing that Saban ending music again was rather lovely.
Yeah. And there's also just like the fact that they reused the Digimon theme song from Adventure, but they spliced in a few things to.
They were like Digi modify.
Yeah, they just. They just spliced it in there.
Yeah, and I you know what? And then I discovered years later Butterfly exists, and I'm like, oh, this is a much better song. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No, I think I would know if I heard it.
It's the original Japanese, what the theme is in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
It is so much better.
Yeah, I mean, Saban did change. This was like the time, like where like, oh yeah, no, we'll add our American theme songs.
Well,
Or
yeah,
we'll
this
make
was
an
also
English one, or
this was the time when they were like, let's be like Pokemon. Let's take 3 movies and let's just splice them into one awkwardly.
yeah, because they were like specials, weren't they?
They were specials.
Yeah, they because the Digimon
Yeah.
movie takes.
I think the third one was actually made for America.
Yeah, because that was made in. I think I just looked it up. That's the one where it takes place at the end of 2, and then so Digimon the movie, it takes place at the end of Adventure 1, and then like in halfway through Adventure 2.
Yeah, so like I'm looking and like Digimon R War Game, aka the best one of the 3,
Mm-hmm.
where it was Omnimon.
Yeah, that was a good one. Like in the I always thought like, oh yeah, because there was also and then there was the special where it redid the how the catalyst moment.
Yeah,
I
and
forgot that
apparently
was also a
also
separate special.
the director of Summer Wars directed majority of this movie.
Oh wow.
But yeah, like I mentioned, the soundtrack is banger because it had Smash Mouth, it had Fatboy Slim, it had Bare Naked Ladies, Less Than Jake, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
I looked up. I was trying to figure out in Cyber Sleuth if I could get a Wendigomon. I could not.
Okay.
Because instead it goes to Intilamon and a different version of like the bunny where it's like a ninja. Which you don't see the ninja one. You do see Antilamon and Tamers because Susie becomes Lotmon's trainer. Susie as in Henry's little sister.
Oh, okay. I'm like blanking. I'm like, oh yeah, the one who poor Terriermon has to deal with because she squeezes him and dresses him up, and he's like, I hate this so much.
Yeah, it's pretty much what Lotmon's existence ends up being. But Lotmon knew what she was getting into.
Yeah,
but she was a Deva. So this is
also speaking of Devas, that fucking the monkey that is the weird kid.
God, I hate the monkey.
I hate it so much.
That's the only time I'm like, oh. That's the only time I'm not like, oh yeah, hell yeah, monkey time.
Monkey.
No. Yeah, fuck this monkey. I fucking hate him.
Throw your shit. Let's go.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, and then he's like following. Every time he saw the kids, he's like, ah!
Yeah, he just starts screaming at him, and then when he goes into his Digimon form, he actually speaks.
Yeah, but I hate it anyway because I just hate the screaming, and I'm like, I don't like this.
It's bad. He's bad. I don't like him. I mean, he's the enemy. He's one of those bad ones. And then you find out later on that they're only following one sovereign.
They're following there's pretty much a deity.
Well, no. There's 4 of them. There's 4 sovereign Digimon.
What?
Yeah, and only one of them's an asshole.
All I know is the one.
Yeah, no, there's 4 of them, and only one of them's an asshole.
Oh.
There's the Phoenix who's the asshole, there's a dragon, there's a turtle, and there's like a tiger.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they're chill, especially the turtle. He's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm watching the other guy's territory for a little bit. But the turtle's Scottish?
Wait, what? Is there
John,
one
you gotta finish this series. It's weird.
Listen, I know. Life got in the way. I'm sorry I didn't do my Gatecrasher duties. I was busy.
I mean, it's fair.
I know. I should try, but like it was I'm also watching another anime or trying to watch another one. So I was like figuring out like which one do I watch first?
That's fair.
because I have another episode, spoiler alert, coming into Gatecrashers soon.
I know that feeling. It's a lot. It could be a lot.
So I'm looking at more of the movie.
Podcast at your own risk.
Yeah, the life of a podcaster. I'm looking into the movie, and apparently they got like the big trailer voice guy.
Oh, wait. Really?
Yeah, like the guy who's like, this summer. Like that big trailer voice guy you always heard in movies as a kid that got him to do the Digimon movie. And they're like, oh, wow, we got him. He came in, he did his lines, just like, give me my money, and he walked out.
Amazing.
I'm like, that's incredible.
I need to look up Wendigomon as a GIF, or Gorf, because I just want to see him dancing. Like, that was the best. That's something that stuck with me. Just that thing grooving. While poor Terriermon's like, no.
You know what else I feel bad about? I feel bad about freaking Takato's friends just being like, come on, gang, let's go play with the Digimon. Like, listen, you're a jerk. Why are you here?
Like right before that, they kind of like, because he accidentally scared them when he was trying to show him Guilmon, and then they were assholes to him.
Yeah, they were assholes to him even beforehand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Well, Kenta's a follower, and then Kazu is kind of
Kenta's a little bitch. All right,
yeah.
let's not sugarcoat it.
His Digimon partner is Marine Andromon, which is like a little thing, but it doesn't say full words, even though it's a mega. Like, it acts like it's a baby.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it basically just starts.
Oh, I recognize this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I recognize. This is like Angelomon meets something else.
So it's a weird line. Like, I looked it up earlier because I was like, what does Kenta's line, like, Marine Angelmon look like? Like, does it have anything to do with Angelmon? So I go through it, and it's before it. Marine Angelmon is the mega, and then the ultimate is Waymon. The champion is Dolphinmon, and the rookie is Penguinmon.
Oh, Penguin.
Yeah. So it goes from, if you've seen, you've seen Waymon in Adventure, so you're like, oh yeah, it's Waymon, and then you go to this little thing that barely is.
It's so minuscule and
tiny and like doesn't speak in full sentences, and it's just a weird jump.
I will say though, like, shout out to Henta and the rest of the boys for like sneaking Guilmon onto the bus.
Yes. Oh, that poor Guilmon, he had to get sat on.
Also, is the teacher voiced by Kari?
Yes.
From Adventure 2? Because I was like, this sounds a lot like Kari.
And Riley, the assistant from Bloom's organization,
Hypnos
from Hypnos is Hypnos program is what's her name from O2?
Yole,
yeah.
Oh, is she? Okay. They do a lot of reusing the same voice actors. I'm noticing.
Well,
I noticed.
I think it's because Saban just had like specific people on staff.
That, and I feel like also Saban seems like the one to take whatever cheap costing measures she can get.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy.
He's like Haim Saban is the kind of guy who will cut corners.
Oh,
that's why Power Rangers is the way it is.
Yeah.
That's why Mystic Knights of Tirnanog and Big Bad Beetleborgs were the way they were.
It's true. Cheap costumes, cheap everything.
Cheap everything.
If you can't...
Can we do an episode on like Fox Kids and Saturday morning programming when we were children, please?
Me and Dan did do a cartoons that made us episode.
I mean, like, Fox Kids and Saban and
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
The one that's the love child of Joker and Jay Leno. Flabber.
So when we were prepping for the Star Trek episode, I was going through the episodes, and there's a character who dresses just like him. Just like him. I was like, man, I didn't realize Star Trek went this deep. I didn't know it was Beetleborgs.
Can you imagine that crossover? The crew of the Enterprise meet the Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Honestly, I feel like that'd be less weird than them beating the Green Lanterns. Because that happened in a comic.
Oh, yeah. You know what? No, I want them to meet the Van-pires.
Van-pires.
Oh, Van-pires was not from Saban, but it was a show where these kids had the power to turn into vampire cars.
What?
Yep.
Hold on.
Van-pires.
Van-pires.
Send us on a group. We're way off topic. I'm sorry, but I had to bring this up.
I've already explained this.
Send us on a group of human teenagers who protect and defend the world from evil anthropomorphic junkyard vans and vehicles known as the Van-pires by transforming into robotic anthropomorphic cars, calling themselves the Motorvaders.
The Motorvaders? What is this? Oh god, this looks like the CGI is so bad. It reminds me of that when the Tootsie Pop commercials became weirder and they had like a dinosaur.
Do you want to know the leader of the Van-pires? What his name is?
What is it?
Tracula. He's a monster truck. Oh my god. And the soundtrack was done by John Entwistle of The Who.
What?
Yeah. The bassist of The Who did most of the soundtrack.
1997 to 1998.
Yeah, on UPN, I think. No, it was, never mind, it was syndication.
It was just syndication? What?
Wait, oh no. The John Entwistle Band in 2000 released music from Van-pires. Oh, these are actual songs.
Wow, the kids are Axel, Snap, Nuke, and Rev.
You know what? This is an episode about vampires now.
Hold on. The allies list is Van Helsing.
No, Van Helsing.
Helsing. Oh boy. Grease pot.
Gypsy, a gypsy cab with mufflers for arms.
What's a gypsy cab?
Like the old cabs and carts they used to pull around, or illegal taxi cabs.
Oh, okay. It's a okay.
And the villains are Ambula, Automaniac, Alucard,
Cardaver.
God. All 13 episodes had a total budget of $5.2 million.
What? That's because it was all CG. Wow.
Probably. Oh, my head hurts now. Ow.
Man, not everything can look like Digimon the movie. Not even Digimon.
No, not even vampires.
Those Digimon specials were great looking. Like the animation was so clean.
Again, because I think for two of them, you had the guy who did Summer Wars and Bell, Hosoda.
Mm-hmm.
Who's if you guys, for anyone who doesn't know, Mamoru Hosoda has done so many great anime films.
I haven't seen Summer Wars, but it's on my list of things.
I haven't either, but Summer Wars, Wolf Children, Boy and the Beast, Mirai, Bell, which just came out last year, I think.
Whew.
So the fact that he did 2 Digimon short films, because that's what they were. They were short films. But what ended up happening was Fox wanted the movie to compete with Pokemon. So they're take 3 of these and splice them together.
Yeah, because it's... Yeah,
Because once again, let's use the Saban method of cheap as possible.
Yeah, but like it looks so much better. Like it's a shame how much better it looks.
Well, yeah, because I think you had like the animation budget is a major step up, as is the action.
Yeah.
Like the whole fight scene against Diaboromon in the internet with Omnimon is incredible.
Which, did you know in Japan he's called Omegamon?
Oh, instead of Omnimon?
Yeah, that's why when Alphamon comes in, it's Alphamon. It's supposed to be Alpha and Omega. But they couldn't. They didn't want it to seem too religious because I guess Omega is one of those.
Yeah, it's like Alpha, Omega.
Yeah. Granted, there's sometimes where it doesn't make sense to change it, and there's sometimes it does. Like I don't understand. Like I guess that makes sense to change it to Omnimon from Omegamon when you're more religious in that time. But like I think Gallantmon in Japan's called Dukemon.
Okay.
Which that doesn't make sense to change.
I will say
Gallantmon sounds so much better.
The movie has one of my favorite jokes ever written for anything ever. It's when I think it's Paramon and Greymon are fighting each other and they just miss a truck and the guys in the truck are driving and they're like, one guy goes, "Hey, did you see that?" And the other guy goes, "No, I was sleeping." But you're driving.
Whew.
Like every time I hear it, it makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
I look at
looking at the
but no, if you want to see the real animation budget upload, Try and Last Evolution because Kazuna got a massive upgrade.
Yeah. Because
it's years later and the technology is better.
Yeah, but they also have just the different art styles. Because Last Kazuna, they tried to line it back up with the original art style, but Try is completely different, isn't it?
No, Try and Last Evolution Kazuna have a lot of the same art style.
Are we talking about animation style or art style? Because I'm thinking
both. Animation and art style.
Well, no, because they have like their lines are a lot thinner in Try from what I'm looking at right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm actually looking at it right now.
Like,
you're right.
Their eyes are a lot smaller.
Yeah, and the Last Evolution, their eyes are a bit more expressive.
Yeah, because they wanted to roll it back in. Like I'm seeing like people like, oh, digi edited. People changing it to make it look more like the originals.
But yeah, Last Evolution Kazuna is absolutely incredible. I adore that movie to pieces.
Man, John, how many times did you, after you got watching Digimon, you went and got your goggles that you would wear to the pool and then put them on your head?
I did that as a kid quite often. I would put them around my neck. I would put them on my head.
Yeah, because that's the one
thing. That's the style. That's the one constant throughout all the main characters.
Minus, I think, Data Squad.
No, Davis had goggles.
Data Squad.
Data Squad. Okay, I thought you said Davis. I was like, Davis had them.
Mm-hmm. Like I think the Data Squad goggle leader. He had like sunglasses. But
yeah, the next Digimon film they're doing is they're doing the series finale to Adventure 2.
Uh-huh.
And it's a wrap up for them, and it's going to introduce them to a boy who falls from Tokyo Tower and claims to be the first Digidestined, though he doesn't have a Digimon with him.
Yeah, because like I was looking at on the wiki and I was like, oh yeah, there was the first Digidestined, and then there was the Adventure Digidestined. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to retcon that, but.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. And I was like, I'll just watch it.
Oh, apparently there was a Diaboromon sequel where they had the Diaboromon come back. Huh. Anyway. The music in this show, and going back to Tamers for a second.
Oh, you didn't watch The Revenge of Diaboromon?
No, I didn't. I don't have access to it. Is there a way to watch it dubbed?
Yeah,
Where?
because that's where you get Imperial Dramon Paladin mode.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know. I thought it was just Japan only.
No,
I gotta watch that now.
I remember watching this. Yeah, because it has that art style and all that. Like
Is it
flat colors?
Is it on Hulu?
I don't think so. I don't think the movie's on Hulu either.
Well, no, that movie you can't find anymore. It's very, very hard to find the movie.
It's a damn shame.
If that movie is like, I think I saw like the DVD go on Amazon for like $90.
Mm.
So that is a very hard find. And so I'm gonna have to track this down then and watch this because
Yeah. I remember watching this on. I want to say Jetix.
That's what it says through BVS Entertainment and Jetix.
Yeah.
Jetix.
Yeah. So now I'm going to talk about what's it? The like the Royal Knights of the Digimon. Like there's 11 of them.
What?
Yeah, that's where that's what comes into place in with Alphamon.
Sorry, I just found out Internet Archive has Revenge of Diaboromon dub in its entirety on online.
Oh wow!
Hell yeah! No, I'm watching later.
Yeah. So, but like half of a large number of the Royal Knights are just Vmons. Like there's All Force Vidramon, there's Magnamon, and then there's the founder of them, which is Imperial Dramon Paladin mode.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's a very Vmon heavy team. And then there's Gallantmon, which is in this. There's Alphamon, there's Crusadermon and Dynasmon, who were in Frontier. There's Jessmon, who was was in Last Lunia or Tri. There's Leopard.
What was the last one? Sorry, really quick.
Jessmon.
Let me see if I recognize that design. Is it JES?
Yes. They're like white, like bony looking. Red cape.
Oh,
Or it was
I want to say he was in Tri.
Yeah. Then there's Kantazoromon, there's Leopardmon, there's Leopardmon, there's Omnimon.
I'm just shocked there's so much to it.
Oh no, there's so much lore. Like there's also like the 7 Kings of Hell. Yeah, I fell down a rabbit hole.
I was gonna say, did you after you watched it last night? Because you said you finished it last night. Did you just go down?
I fell down this rabbit hole while I was playing the game.
Oh,
yeah, because there's also the king of the digital world, who I think apparently comes into play in Data Squad. And he's like, yeah, I want to send all these Digimon to kill all the humans.
Oh God. Yeah, because every time I see the the military going up against Digimon, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, King Drasil.
That sounds like Yggdrasil, like the Norse tree.
Yeah, that's actually what it's called in Japan. Yggdrasil.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because there's also the Olympus 12, which are the 12 Olympians. A lot of deep cuts.
I'm looking at all the games. I'm just trying to see what is there. Digimon Story. Oh, here we go. Story Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah,
this one I might.
Yeah, I have to play the original regular Cyber Sleuth because I didn't think about it when I got Hacker's Memory on PlayStation. I was like, oh yeah, because I didn't realize.
Apparently, there's a new game coming out. We'll be able to know when. It's going to feature the Olympus 12 group of Digimon.
Yeah, because I had one of those on my team at the end. Because and Cyber Sleuth, you get you have to have a data amount. You can get up to 11 Digimon on your team. And Marukimon was on my team, and it's a black Gabumon line.
Is there I see all the fighting games, and I'm like, are they like Street Fighter but with Digimon?
What, the Rumble games?
Yeah.
No. More
Oh.
like Smash Bros.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love just like a story-driven game, like kind of like One Piece. What was the One Piece game they came out with like for the PS4 that was more like action adventure?
I don't know. I'm not a big One Piece guy, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
like,
okay.
where, like it was the open world one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was more of that. I actually was just finished playing Dragon Ball Kakarot.
I would like more of that, but with like Digimon.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's got to be what World is at some point. But then again, I don't know.
I have to watch the reboot adventure at some point, but
It's a lot different from one of the 1 or 2 episodes I've seen.
oh, I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it.
Like, because they don't go to camp.
And also, hot take, I like it more than Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Like overall, Digimon.
Yeah, it's got deeper lore.
Yeah, I think it's the lore and the story I like a lot more. Like, if you like Pokemon, that's fine. More power to you. I have one of my best. Actually, no, not one of my best friend is like obsessed with Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
So
love
I guess-
Pokemon as well, but like, granted, Pokemon
Did
fans
you-
are eating well today. Well, the new stuff that's just
Yeah,
came
I
out.
mean they're eating
The
well. They're well
land
today.
whale. Granted, the motorcycle legendaries.
More importantly,
weird.
Wooper's back.
Yeah, Poison Wooper. Love
Poison
it.
Wooper back, baby.
I mean, it's not gonna be. He's not gonna evolve into a Quagsire. It'll probably be something new.
Let's hear it for my emo boy.
Yep, that's what he is. All right, so Digimon Tamers.
Digimon Tamers. We have it. This went off the beaten path real fast.
Yeah, it did. But it's good. This is a good one. Fun time.
Fun time is had by all.
Van-pires.
You know what?
Fight Angemon or Van-pires?
You know what? I think that's the best discovery we made today. Like, it's cool
Not
that we
the friends
talked
that
about
we made along the way. It's Van-pires.
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 I'm gonna find the theme song and send it to you later, along with the original Japanese theme song for Digimon, because that
I'm
song.
gonna look it up after this.
Butterfly is a banger of a song. I adore that song. Look up like either the Try or the Last Evolution Kazuna version. Those are the better versions. Probably the Last Evolution Kazuna version.
All right. Wow, they kept using it.
Van-pires.
All right, everybody. You can find us at GatecrashersPod. Where's it?
Gate. Oh my god.
I'm the worst at this.
Every time I do an episode with you.
Okay, it's gatecrashers.fan for our website, and you can listen to the show anywhere you get podcasts.
Jesus Christ.
We are at Twitter at GatecrashersPod. And
Instagram, TikTok,
yeah,
the same
all those
thing.
places.
We are on Twitch at The Gatecrashers.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, because I'm the one who keeps track of our socials more and doesn't forget the name of the damn website.
Oh no, I've now been plagued because I logged into the Twitter on my phone and then I logged out of it because I kept getting notifications and I still get notifications.
I don't want that on me.
No. I did it. I distanced myself from my mental health.
Oh, I still have the TikTok as an extra account, and I just look at it. I'm like,
Dan's popping off over there, especially with the minion stuff.
okay.
Whew.
All right, I have an idea I want to tell you after we're done recording, but I'll wait.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
It's the Gatecrashers.